Welcome to Island Express Hardware, where we work with your budget. We supply all paints, all brands, and all sizes. And we are of course the cheapest in Trinidad. We also supply pumps and water tanks, and we also have them in combo deals. Visit us for the best friendly customer service. Need steel, beams, and purlins? We got that. We have top quality lats and boxing board, plyboards, gypsum boards, you name it. Do you love to fish? Have no fear, cause we have all the gears. Visit Island Express Hardware today, located at Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity Shogunas. To Felicity Banquet Hall, where unforgettable memories are made. Whether you're planning a wedding, birthday party, corporate meeting, or any special gathering. Why choose us? We are spacious, elegant, and fully air-conditioned hall. Customizable seating for up to 200 guests. Beautiful decor and lighting options. On-site kitchen and catering services. We are available 7 days a week. Located at Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity Shogunas. Call the number on the screen today and book now. Welcome to Island Express Hardware, where we work with your budget. We supply all paints, all brands, and all sizes. And we are of course the cheapest in Trinidad. We also supply pumps and water tanks, and we also have them in combo deals. Visit us for the best friendly customer service. Need steel, beams, and purlins? We got that. We have top quality lats and boxing board, plyboards, gypsum boards, you name it. Do you love to fish? Have no fear, cause we have all the gears. Visit Island Express Hardware today, located at Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity Shogunas.
Resistance against the property tax, led by myself and many other hard-working members in our team. We started that drive, and it went so much so that the past government took 5 years to initiate the property tax, and after that 5 years they instituted the different corrective measures, as they would call it, and they collected $134 million. The question begged to be asked, where and which consolidated fund that money went in? Consolidated fund, my foot. We want to know, because that monies were monies that were paid by hard-working people. People who got pneumonia. I mentioned this to you all, and I'm going to mention it every time in the studio. One lady paid down her money for roof, and because of the scare tactics that was used by the Minister of Finance, the woman take it over. She take back her money, and she went and she paid the property tax. What about that woman? I want to make sure that lady get back she property tax. I would make sure, I would ensure, and I would lobby, and I would ask the government, I would ask the Minister of Finance. Right, the lady paid $2,300. That was money down.
Welcome to Island Express Hardware, where we work with your budget. We supply all paints, all brands, and all sizes. And we are, of course, the cheapest in Trinidad. We also supply pumps and water tanks, and we also have them in combo deals. Visit us for the best friendly customer service. Need steel, beams, and purlins? We got that. We have top quality lats and boxing board, plyboards, gypsum boards, you name it. Do you love to fish? Have no fear, because we have all the gears. Visit Island Express Hardware today, located at Rashid Avenue, Kakani Road, Felicity, Shogunas.
Okay, my friends, a pleasant, good Saturday afternoon to all those persons who are locked on, those persons who are having their lunch break. At this time in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the time is 12:18. And my friends, those of you who are locked on, feel free to call me at 372-2129. This is your program, Hardfacts, that is aired Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Saturdays at 12:15 in the afternoon. So again, my friends, this program is designed in such a manner whereby you, the individual citizens of our country, would be able to have that opportunity to interact with me live in studio. Our program is live. So I want to just let you all know, I want to welcome each and every one of you. Those of you who are locked on in Trinidad and Tobago, those of you who are locked on in the Caribbean, those of you who are locked on, whether it be North America, South America, anywhere around the world, and you are locked on and you are seeing me. I am your host, Imam Rashid Karim, on this live program that is aired today, Saturday, 12:15, a lunch break, a lunchtime program, if you would like to call it that, where we discuss issues that is affecting the citizens of our country. And again, we talk about issues, how we can be able to really and truly not reinvent the wheel, but again, my friends, how we can be able to redevelop and structure our programs whereby the citizens of our country can really and truly benefit from the many, many perks and benefits that is being given out by the government of the day. So again, my friends, we are in a really, really trying time, because many of you would have realized last week the whole Caribbean were in a kind of sensation whereby the ship that the President of America, he brought down here in the Caribbean, and that caused a really and truly huge stir in the minds of a lot of citizens, and people were worrying, really and truly, are we going to fight a war? Are we going to be participating in a war? And many people, started panic buying, and they were starting to do a lot of things. And my friends, again, Trinidad and Tobago, we have really and truly evolved into a nation whereby, it wasn't bad as other times. Because a lot of people were, not in the mode of panic buying simply because they didn't have the financial powers that maybe to go and purchase, container loads, or even so much so, trolley loads of groceries to keep in their midst to take care of their families. So what they did, they put their reliance and their trust in God Almighty again. So again, that is very, very important. Today's program, my friends, we're going to talk about some issues that is really and truly trending in our society. We are going to talk about things that is happening in our country, and namely Trinidad and Tobago, home invasion. Home invasion really and truly is taking toll on the lives of the many, many hardworking citizens. Because I tell you something, there was one guy, and when he spoke on the live television, when he spoke on the news channel, you could have sensed the dismay, and that breakdown, emotional tantrum that he had. When he said, in my own words, I'm just saying it in my own words, that they took everything from him. They took everything from him, this guy here, right? So Trinidad and Tobago is very, 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 very alarming. And we need the government of the day to really and truly implement things that could really and truly motivate the citizens of our country to work. Because let me tell you something, this is a farmer. This guy here is a farmer, right, my friends? And imagine this, he's going to toil in the fields so that he's going to produce food for the nation. And basically what people are doing, hard-working citizens, whether you have a store, whether you have a doubles cart, whether you have a roti shop, whether you have maybe a small business enterprise, what is it that you are working for? You are working to take care of your family, to take care of your children, to have a better life. That is what you are doing. And there are miscreants outside here who are getting away scot-free. And I want to tell you all something. And that has to be corrected by the Minister of National Security. Minister of Homeland Security, you need to wake up again. I mean, I'm not pressuring you, but you have to wake up and understand. You have to understand you as a police officer. You went up the ranks, and today, God bless you, that you are the Minister in Homeland Security. I am seeing a lot of things, a lot of attack on your character and the level of knowledge and all these things that people are blaming you. But I tell you something, I have respect for you. Whether you like it or not, I have respect for you. And that's the reason why I'm making a clarion call today on behalf of citizens of our country. We want you all to get up outside there and go and do your work, do your bidding. We want to know what to do, what we can do. Because tell us something, legitimate police is going to come to your doors. How can we differentiate? How can Trinidad and Tobago, hard-working, law-abiding citizens can differentiate who is legitimate police and who is false police and fake police? How can we differentiate when they have the same guns, they have the same clothes, they have the same blue lights? What do we do as hard-working citizens when a group of men come into your home and banging and knocking your doors and they are claiming to be police? What do we do? That is something you all have to address. You have to come out in the open right now, like today, and start, putting things in place. How can we differentiate? How can we differentiate legitimate police from fake police? Because as I said before, you're going to realize Trinidad and Tobago, we cannot. And there are old people, there are senior citizens in our country who cannot. They are already scared out of their wits. Imagine that farmer. He is broken. He is totally broken. Right? So my friends, you and I have to understand this thing. We have to join together. We have to band together as a community, whether it be Monroe Road, whether it be Felicity, whether it be Caranage, whether it be Lavray, whether it be Point 14, wherever you may be living. You all have to come together and demand service and protection. I tell you something, we have to really and truly have people who have understanding of life. They don't understand the value of life. That is the reason why people are doing what they are doing. We are talking about catching them and incarcerating them. What is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of catching these criminals and incarcerating them? And then the government of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, not the government, because the government, we pay the government. We dip our hands in our pockets. When you have a business and you make profits, it goes back to the government somewhere down the line, whether it be taxation, whether it be penalties, whether you name it, it goes back somewhere down the line. A grand percent, not 2 or 3%, a grand percent of your profit goes back to the government of the day. You do your research and you're going to find out exactly what I'm saying. And again, my friends, the normal lay, hard-working citizen who do their 8 to 4, their 9 to 5, their dead man shift, the round-the-clock shift, they have to pay the brunt of the sword. They have to pay that. They have to feel it in the true sense of the word, because everything is going back to them. It's going to fall to them. Do you all have you ever researched what is the cost? What is the cost to maintain one prisoner in our prison system in Trinidad and Tobago? Tell me. Somebody call me and tell me. Call me and tell me. Imagine this, right? And I want you all to understand, this is not to bash the government. This is to really and truly bring out the isometrics so people could understand where your tax dollars really going. That is the reason why the road, Abid Road, and all these roads, and the Farmers Road cannot be fixed. Because when you have approximately 55 or 6,000 prisoners, anybody have a calculator outside there? And those of you who are on TikTok, calculate this for me and type it up so that I will be able to read it out to you, the citizens of our country. You have 6,000 inmates. Multiply by 365 days per year. Multiply by $312 per prisoner. Tell me how much money you're getting. Somebody do the maths outside here for me. I didn't really walk up with a calculator. But you and I have to understand these things. We're talking about a big portion of monies. Hard-working monies from the nurses, from the doctors, from the scavengers, from the plumbers, from the mason, from the carpenter, from the farmers who is being abused in our country at this point in time. I really don't want to blow my top here today, but I tell you something. We have to really and truly join together as a unit. As I say, we're not attacking no government. Whether it's PNM government or whether it's UNC government, that doesn't matter. Because this problem is something that has been going on and on from the inception. You look at 1877, when that prison, the Carrera prison, was established. You look at that system, how many monies and you know the quantity of monies was spent. This is Carrera prison. Right? This is Carrera prison. It's a beautiful place. Our Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa, and maybe her people who are planning, her planning team, they are planning to repurpose. They are planning to repurpose the Carrera prison and maybe to house a resort and what have you and what have you not. Once it brings in valuable foreign exchange to the country, that is going to be a betterment for our country, I am for that. So anybody outside there listening, because I know sometimes the people outside there, they critique. Those persons who are critical about us on this program, they only wait until we make one negative comment about the government of the day or the past government, and you know what? It reaches the news of the hierarchy of the party. And you know what? They brand we as haters. I want to tell you all something. I am no hater, right? I am a patriot. I am here to tell the citizens of our country, enough is enough. Enough is enough. You paying, yeah? You know how much a normal, law-abiding citizen of our country get as a daily allowance, as a salary? Huh? You multiply 9 hours by $20, $180. A prisoner, a man who is in jail, a man who commits offenses against law-abiding citizens, the government of the day pays $312 to maintain him, to feed him, to clothe him, to protect him. And you, the hard-working citizens of our country, right? You, the hard-working citizens of our country, if you get $200 a day, working 8 or 9 hours a day, you're lucky. You're really lucky. So Trinidad and Tobago, this is your program. I am your host, Imam Rashid Karim. And anybody feel that I am attacking the government, you rock so. Because here it is, I am identifying some of the anomalies that has been placed upon the shoulders of this present regime. And they cannot tote that load and carry that burden on their backs, using the hard-working citizens while the road, while the hospitals, while the schools, and all these places are deteriorating very fast. They have to maintain 6,000 prisoners in the penal system in our country. And you know something? My friends, that takes a big chunk of the budget. Something has to be done. They have to rethink that. We have to talk about corrective measures, how we can reinvigorate people, give them that ability to understand that here what we have right and we have wrong. That is the problem here in Trinidad and Tobago. The moment that they stop, RI, religious instructions in the schools, where the Hindus, Christians, Muslims would be able to, indoctrinate in the minds of our children what is good and what is bad, what is good and what is evil. When that was taken away, all hell broke loose. Children don't know what is right, children doesn't know what is wrong. And they just, you know what, they just do what they want. That is the reason why you complaining now about school violence. You are the reason who caused that. You are the people who caused that. I'm not saying Kamala Prasad Bisesa. I'm not saying her government, because this government has to change all those anomalies that has been left on their shoulders. You can't tote the same baggage that was there under the PNM, right? As a UNC member, as a UNC activist, we have to move away from that. We have to change that system. $312 is plenty money for one prisoner. Huh? People say incarcerate them, put them in jail, lock them up. You all know what? We have to rethink that lock them up thing. Put them to work in gardens. Put them to work in fields. Who could be fishermen? Put them outside there. Put them outside, let there be fishermen. Send them in poultry farms. Send them in pluck shop. Send them in places where they could get, instead of we paying $312, them supposed to be paying the government $312. Send them to work. Send them establish factories. Put things for them to do. Give them labor. And the same money that is being generated, the same families that they left behind, the same wife and the 4 children that they left to become criminals like themselves outside. Let those very said monies go towards the family building and family, taking care of the family unit. Those families that, they were not thinking about when they went into that farmer house and they robbed the farmer and they beat the farmer. And they take everything. The only thing they didn't do, as the farmer stated, that they didn't take his life. So those of you who are locked on Trinidad and Tobago, we have to be very careful. And who want to bad talk me, and who want to put negative comments, feel free. Feel free, but none of you have the audacity to really say anything, because you all watching this, you all seeing what is happening every day, every single day things happening. Not because you are getting a slice of the pie, right? And the pie tasting good and you getting a slice, you're staying quiet. No. It's about time we change that. Be patriotic. Let us come out in our large numbers, stand up for what is truth, or we're going to fall for everything that is false. Director, let's take our first break. Those of you who are locked on, this is your program that is aired on Sentinel Media Broadcasting, whereby we initiate conversations, whereby we talk to each other, right? And we ask each other to come together as a unit where you can be able to, have discussion, mutual discussion, give opinions, and let us try to see how we can help our government, the present government, help our government in a manner which could be able to bring fruitful results for the country. That is what this program is all about. That is what I am all about. And as I am, I'm speaking about this during the course on Thursday. That would have been day after yesterday. Thursday, I had a meeting with the Honorable Minister, Mr. Neil Gosain. And in that gathering, we had held meeting with the Mayor of Shogunas, Councillor Adrian Ali, and Councillor Sundar Joko, and those people, all those guys were part of the consensus and discussion that was going to take place on Thursday gone. But out of that discussion that we had with the attendees, it was really and truly a fruitful meeting, and I want to say hats off to the minister. And you know what? He has to be a little more vociferous when it comes to the representation of the area of Shogunas West, right? We have a lot of challenges that has to be corrected, We have a lot of challenges that we need addressed, namely the cremation site, namely a health facility, namely a police protective unit, right? That would have been the Marine unit that I spoke to Commissioner of Police, the guy, Honorable guy, this guy, Gary Griffith was the Commissioner of Police at that time, where they were assembling the Marine unit of the TTPS. A lot of things, a lot of discussion took place, and I'll tell you something, those of you who are really and truly interested in having discussion with the minister who is the representative of the Shogunas West constituency, all you have to do is call the office, maybe put some sort of appointment so that you can be able to go and have a chat with the minister. Okay? I did it. There's no fronting there. I did it. I wait my 2 weeks because I call 1 week and then they tell me next week I will get the meeting. I went and I had the meeting, and that was pertaining to a very, very important thing that is taking place right now in the community of Felicity, where we are setting up a geriatric home. A geriatric home is being set up at Felicity, that is at Abbott Road, Felicity, that can be able to house approximately 90 individuals, aged persons. So that is in the pipeline. That was the whole objective of the discussion. And I got a really and truly, I would say a fruitful meeting was held. And the decision that was taken is that the minister is going to make a personal visit to that area, not only Abbott Road, but the area that we recommended, and he's going to come there with his team to try to see how best we could develop that area, right? So those of you who are locked on, now this year what you are seeing, that is the construction work for the new geriatric home for the aged that will accommodate approximately 90 or maybe around the vicinity of 100 individuals. There is 16 cubicles there. There is 16 cubicles, 20 by 24, like 16 houses if you want to call it that, and where people can stay as a unit, as a family of 4, or they can stay as a unit of 6 or a unit of 2. It all depends on you, the individual and the families who are willing to really and truly. And we're going to have, a lot of programs for the elderly. It's not only a lie-down bed thing, and you're going to lie down in the bed and take a medicine and take a tablet or take a vitamin. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to really and truly do a holistic program where physical instructors is going to come, therapists is going to come, doctors is going to come, and even so much so social workers. We will invite social workers and medical practitioners to come and have regular visit to that home. It is not a home that is going to charge an exorbitant fee. If people collect pension or whatever, it can go towards the maintenance of the individual as well as, right? So it's something that we are doing that, and that is under the aegis and the banner of the Islamic Fidel Services Trust, the IFST, right? So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, especially on the TikTok there, share this video. Let people know that they can call me at 372-2129. Call that number, 372-2129. Right? Call that number, 372-2129, and let us really and truly hype this discussion. Because what we are talking about is the Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa, had stated last week, and it was on the national media, whereby the Carrera prison, right? That Carrera prison is going to be repurposed. It's going to be repurposed for what? For the purpose of a resort and a means of accumulating foreign exchange and foreign investors and so forth. So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, 372-2129 is the number we can really and truly interact with. Now, I saw last week or during the course of this week, where the prison in Port of Spain, the Port of Spain prison, will be shut down or have already been closed. Now, all those prisoners are going to be housed. Now, I'll tell you something. When you look at the costing to maintain a prisoner, I'll tell you something. Listen, Trinidad and Tobago, really, really big figures we're talking about here. Let me just give you a little summary. The cost the estimation or the estimated cost of one individual prisoner for the year is $114,000. Or it could even reach to the figure of double that, depending on the position or the status of the individual who, what criminal activities he may have committed, right? So we're talking about in the precinct, the costing is close to $1 billion. I'm talking about billion when it comes to incarcerating or keeping prisoners in the prison, whether it be Golden Grove, whether it be Carrera, whether it be Port of Spain, whether it be IDC Detention Center, you name it, my friends, it has a hefty cost. Wait, as we continue again, you know there is the IDC Detention Center. That is where the persons who breach immigration laws are held. And you know how much money that place costs Trinidad and Tobago citizens? Approximately $46 million per annum. Approximately $46 million, right? To house approximately 150 to 160 immigrants who breach certain laws when it comes to maybe coming to our country illegally or overstaying their time that was allocated to them when they came in through the legal channel in the different ports of entry. Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of our monies are going there, and we have to really and truly join in solidarity with the government to reinitiate certain plans. I tell you something, I already have a plan, you know. We have this plan maybe for about, when I was a prison chaplain. I was a prison chaplain for the Anjuman Sunatul Jamaat Association during the period of 2010, 2015. Around that period there, I was in the Golden Grove prison. I was in the detention center. I was in the corrective center in Santa Rosa. I never really go Carrera. I never go in Port of Spain. I took, you know, the locations that would have been easily accessible to me. And that would have been those areas. Golden Grove, maximum security, Santa Rosa, and that kind of thing. But again, Trinidad and Tobago, while being there, I had devised a plan with my group of people. That would have been UMA TNT, right? And we devised a strategy and a plan how we could be able to, you know, avoid the government of the day spending this exorbitant kind of monies, and then we get no results, because basically when you send people to prison or you send them to be incarcerated in any one of these 5 stars hotel, if you want to call it that, when they come out worse. Because I tell you something, the condition of those prisons is very deplorable. And people will say, why Imam saying the condition is deplorable? Good for them. Yes, it's good for them. That's what you're all going to say. But when they go across there and they are being given that kind of treatment and there's no corrective, rehabilitative measures, they are going to come out worse than when we put them in. Let me just give you an example. You have a calculator, director, you have a calculator. Anybody listening to the program, just I want to find out something here, right? Imam, now is Zuhar time. Aki, what are you going to do? Right, listen carefully. The brother who's saying now is Zuhar time. Zuhar time is from 12:15 to 4:30. Thank you very much, brother. Zuhar time is from 12:15 to 4:15. You have 3 hours time. You have 3 hours time, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallah khairan. You go ahead and pray your Zuhar Salat, inshallah, and come back and join me. But I just normally pray. Sometimes the show begins at 12:20, 12:25. That is because I am taking my Zuhar Salat. Thank you very much, brother. Brother Aki, Abu. Right? So if you didn't pray your Zuhar, you go pray Zuhar Salat now and then come back and join me. But I need you on board. I need you on board with my program. So again, share this video, let people know that this 12:15 program is a very, very important program. And the reason why I devised it like that, Brother Aki, Abu, the lunch break is from 12 o'clock. Lunchtime is from 12 to 1 in many of the establishment. So I don't want to encroach on people's time. While you sit down and you're eating and you're scrolling, you can scroll and see Imam Rashid Karim, and you can be able to say, hello, Imam Rashid Karim, what about you, how are you going, and whatever. That is why we do the program at this hour, right? So again, thank you for the reminder. Salat is very important. We're going back to the Silots residence. I saw that video there, and that's a very important topic that we're going to discuss. the moving of these residents, because when you go across the Sealots, especially Pioneer Drive and all them areas that is borderline to the shoreline, bordering to the shoreline, you have to get places to put them. Because if you take a family, you take people from a location, it is only fair that you repatriate or you put them in a place that they're going to be comfortable. Let's hear that video director.
Within the next 10 years, government envisions part of Sealots being transformed into a modernized port and government hub. In the government's revitalization blueprint, Works and Infrastructure Minister Jolene John announced their plan to develop the area into the Sealots Industrial Park and Free Trade Zone.
The whole thing is investors as we talk about.
However, on the ground, residents question who exactly will win when works begin.
It's really investors, and it's the investors going to be benefiting when you do come to this area.
Along Pioneer Drive, one resident who did not want to appear on camera said the government's plan may just push them out of a community they helped build.
Starlight train, no boat running on log, you're watching, while you're watching e-landing swimming. Now the people fight, the residents fight and develop this place to get it how it is today. It used to be shacks, it's no longer shacks. People get comfortable, have the family here, the building.
Come back to me. So those of you who are locked on, that's a clip that we run in there. And it identify, an individual speaking about, the Honorable Minister Jolene John. They have identified that area, that is the area on Sealots, right? And they are planning to set up, an industrial estate. Now, I'll tell you something. If you look at the trend of all governments, and even the past government, you're going to realize that they had a lot of planning. It's easy to plan things, huh? It's easy to draft things. It's easy to plan things. Because of AI, artificial intelligence, you can do a lot of things like, like this, with a snap of the finger. But really and truly to manifest, to put things in motion, and to develop certain areas when it comes to infrastructure-wise, I tell you something, that is where it takes a lot of planning, a lot of finances, and a lot of things. So again, we just put that on the sideline. I know for a fact that you have to address, before you establish that facility, you have to address the movements of the residents of the area and set them up in a manner, because as one of the persons who was speaking there, it is their livelihood that is also going to be destroyed. Not only their homes. It's easy, you could go and develop an area somewhere in Shogunas, Petersfield, or anywhere in Caroni here, and give them a piece of land and say, here, what, you take this 2 lot of land for yourself and da. You could do that, right? But the guy is speaking loud and clear there that what about his finance? What about his stability? What about the income? Where is he going to get that? Knowing for a fact that you were catching fish. Now you have to go and plant cassava. What is it? You see that difference there? So these things have to be ironed out firstly, and then we can dive into certain strategies to develop. Because I tell you something, the amount of thing that was left behind by the past government, right? A lot of things was left back to do from the past government, because every year a budget is being read. And every time, you hear 50, you hear 60, you hear 70, average $1 billion is being pronounced, right, for the different ministries. And my friends, when you look at it, really and truly, have any of those budget representations that was given in Parliament for 2 and 3 hours, have it really and truly been manifested by any of the previous governments in the true sense of the words? You could ask yourself that question. I don't want to debate that again. And I don't want to step on nobody's toes, right? But we're going back now, we're going back to the crime in our country, and the Homeland Security Minister. Don't take on all those mimes, was a community center, and this is 6 and that is 9, and this SpongeBob thing. Don't take on that, because I'll tell you something, you take a big position, right? You take a very, very big portfolio, and I think that if you really and truly communicate properly, sometimes, something, this is one of the things that I learned in Islam. Right? If you don't have anything good to say, remain silent and you're safe. So I want to just administer that information. I want to translate that information to anybody, not only the Minister of Homeland Security, If you have nothing good to say, the best and the safest advice you could give anybody is to stay quiet. You're safe like gold. Nobody's going to attack you. But anytime you feel that, you want to come out and make a statement, I tell you something. Even me, in this program, right? In this program here, they would cut small snippets and they'll put it outside there and use it. Not the good ones, and not the bad ones. Because I don't make no bad ones. But the one that, could stir up confusion in the country of Trinidad and Tobago, that is what they will do. So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, criminals have really and truly taken a part of the financial systems that is prevailing in our country. Because I tell you something, when you cannot get medicine in a hospital, know that that money has to be spent to protect the prisoners in prison. When you cannot get a bed, you have to question yourself, where is the money going? The money is going to protect the prisoners. When you drive in potholes and all these things happening on the road, you have to tell yourself directly, well, here what? My money is being used, right, to protect the prisoners and give them a square meal, protect them in jail, and make sure that everything okay with them. But that is not how it's supposed to be. Any right-thinking government. I was asking somebody outside there if you have a calculator, right? Now, just imagine a man, Trinidad and Tobago, listen to Imam Rashid Karim. A man didn't pay a ticket which is valued $1,000. Okay? He didn't pay that ticket. $1,000, he didn't pay the ticket. Maybe he got another ticket for another $1,000 and he didn't pay that. So that's 2 tickets. So those 2 tickets is called up in court and a warrant is issued for him. So the police have to serve on whatever and look for him. That is money is there moving around. Find this individual, take this individual, incarcerate him in one of the cells in one of the local police stations and take him to court. When he goes to court, Trinidad and Tobago, he gets 3 months in prison for not paying that ticket. How much? 3 months. 3 months is equivalent to 90 days. 90 days multiplied by $312. Trinidad and Tobago, I am asking you, all the geniuses outside there who have a lot of knowledge, calculate for me, Imam Rashid Karim, a person have 2 outstanding tickets valued $2,000. He goes to court, a lot of costs in there because police have to serve him and then arrest him and put him in jail in a normal police station and then take him to court. And when he goes to court, for not paying that $2,000, what happened? He gets 1 month prison, 30 days. 30 days multiplied by $312. You know how much money is that? 30 by 3 is $9,000. So you and I, the hard-working citizens who have a hardware, who have a chicken depot, who selling doubles, who selling bacon shack, who selling roti, who selling fried chicken, who work in taxi, who picking up garbage. You have to find monies now to pay to protect that man in prison to the tune of $312 per day multiplied by 90 days, equivalent to beyond $11,000 to pay a $2,000 ticket. Make it make sense for me. Somebody outside there, make it make sense for Imam Rashid Karim. For a man not paying $2,000 ticket, I have to fork out, you have to fork out, the country have to fork out approximately $11,000 to put him in prison, to penalize him for $2,000, and we are being penalized and we didn't get any ticket. Think about it. I'm going to take a break, and those of you who are locked on, my friend Trinidad and Tobago, this is your program. I am your host, Imam Rashid Karim. I only moderate it. If you want to call me 372-2129, where we can identify and we can talk about the things that is happening. I see school violence. Tobago, Shogunas, Caranage, Labre. School violence has become a norm today. And I tell you something, just like how the murder rate has become a norm that the media houses, they don't show the murder rate anymore. Long time you have seen it. Approximately 346 or 47 murders took place in the country thus far. When you look at the years gone by, you're going to realize that it has crossed 500 every year for the past 10, 15 years. We're talking about 10,000 people died in our country in approximately the space of about 10 years. 10 to 15 years. And we are satisfied, we stay home, we eat our KFC, we drink our rituals, we go here, we do here, we sit and we dine and we relax because it happened to me yet. You see that farmer there? My heart goes out to him. Because I tell you something, I know how hard it has been to get up in the morning, go and plant your garden, and then go Mokoya market, 3 o'clock in the morning, wait to sell your produce. And when you're done selling your produce, you don't eat a meal, you don't drink a coffee. You stress yourself, you're wetting in the rain, and you're doing a lot of hard bull work, right? And when you do accumulate something and you buy a good van, people watching you, hey, that man doing good, boy. Look, he buy an next van, he buy this and he buy that. You know, and we have lived like that. Many business people have lived like that, right? For the entirety of their life, hiding. They can't do nothing because we work hard, they have ambition. You work hard, they can't even drive a good car because people watching you. That man have money. That man have money. You don't know who watching you anytime, any day. You don't know what's going on in your life in this country. So those of you who are locked on, this is your program. I am your host, Imam Rashid Karim. And you can call me anytime, you can send information to me. But we are dealing with, we are dealing with the penal system in our country. Is that really working? And I'm telling you, it is not working. It is not working. We have to do something a little more stringent when it comes to having these men and women in prison, not doing anything, and you and I have to fork out $312 per day for them. Right? It is unfair. When you go in, you want to go for a holiday, you can't get a US, you can't even get $100 US. You can't even get $100 US in the bank. You have to know somebody. We really and truly gone in the bottom of the barrel. And we put in government in, we taking out government, we put in government, and basically it's the same ride we get in. I do hope and pray that my Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamal Prasad Bisesa, would really and truly evaluate what is the situation and try to do something that could really and truly bring some sort of benefit for the citizens of our country, especially the hard-working citizens of our country. Let's take a break, and when I come back, we'll conclude our program here today. But again, those of you who are calling directly, the lines working, 3722129. Shoot a call and let us talk, let us have some dialogue on what we can do to improve the penal system in our country.
Welcome to Island Express Hardware, where we work with your budget. We supply all paints, all brands, and all sizes. And we are, of course, the cheapest in Trinidad. We also supply pumps and water tanks, and we also have them in combo deals. Visit us for the best friendly customer service. Need steel, beams, and purlins? We got that. We have top quality lats and boxing board, plyboards, gypsum boards, you name it. Do you love to fish? Have no fear, because we have all the gears. Visit Island Express Hardware today, located at Rashid Avenue, Kakani Road, Felicity, Shogunas.
Welcome back to our program, Hardfacts. Welcome to our program, Hardfacts. That is aired Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, starting time 12:15 in the afternoon. I'm your host, Imam Rashid Karim. And my friends, we are here talking about, the situation that is prevailing amongst our citizens at this present time. We're talking about school violence. Our director just run those small clips that we had when it comes to crime in Trinidad and Tobago. And maybe those of you who are watching, you could think that here what something is not right and shoot a call, 3722129. Let us hear from you. Soldier and son and dad shot during home invasion in Arima. Still no compensation for families of that pipeline disaster, the divers. Oil spill forces families evacuation in Faizabad. Oil spill. Workman held for stealing $115,000 using magistrate bank card. $80,000 stolen from Camflair couple viewing car for sale. Stop there. Stop there. Come back to me. And then we will move again. Those of you, I tell you something, there is a little video running on social media where we're telling you that whenever you see a deal that is a steal of a deal, know for a fact that it's going to be not a deal, but it's going to be a steal. Basically borderline. That's my words, right? Now, here it is. You going up somewhere, a man showing you a vehicle, and I just identifying for you all. A vehicle value 150,000. You seen it advertising for 75,000. You seen it 12, 15 different photos. Nice engine, nice this, nice that, nice tires, and you love it now. You love it. You have a communication with the person there. Hey, hear what? I'm selling that vehicle, you know, I'm migrating. Hear the catch. I'm migrating, right? And I want to sell this vehicle. I'm selling this vehicle cheap. Because I had to get money to move. And that money clear. I pay off for a car and everything. That I owe nobody here. That's a clear vehicle and thing. If you want, you could do a search and so forth. But people and then the seller telling the man, I have about 10 people call me. Huh? So if you really want this car, let me know what's going on. Call me and let me know. Stop the car. You just bring some money and pay down on the car. Right? Things like that happen. And people gravitate to that. And they get hook, line, and sinker. Corn. That is the corn artist. That people, you know, when there is not too much money flowing in the economy, people devise other strategies to really and truly benefit from and hoodwink the society. That is what is happening right now. Anytime you see a deal like that, you have to know for a fact that here what, hey, and don't even say going in front of the police station. Eh? Don't even say, because they already plan a different strategy. Because remember telling that, well, you in front of the police station and telling me, meet me by the, them telling you meet me by the police station. Eh? You didn't tell them that, you know. Them telling you here what, meet me by the police station. Whether it's Central, South, North, or wherever. And now you say, but this man genuine or this individual genuine, they want to meet by the police station and that, these are good people. And then they're telling you, I don't want to get robbed. And when I sell my car, I don't want nobody rob me and things. So you get good chain up. You're taking the chain up real good. So when you hear you go along there with a nice hard-working, hard-earned $60,000 cash. And then the person tell the boy, I'm coming up the road here and something happened. I had to go and pick up my daughter or something. Are they by the school here? Come now, meet me here now. Right? And then you deviate now from the police station because your mind get calm and you feel, hey, this is a good, genuine man. And it pull you off. Where the school is, boy? Pass through this side road here. Just in the back street here. A car come and stop behind you. One stop in front of you. And they rob you your money and they gone. Who look for that? Blame Kamala? Huh? Blame Alexander? Who to blame? Blame yourself. Blame yourself. So that is what we are talking about on this program. Continue, Director. Continue with the crimes. 80,000. We just deal with that. Right. Opposition on government plan. Where the money coming from? He know. Come back to me. He know. Come back to me. That guy know. He know that the government have no money. That gentleman know that the government don't have any money. Because he's asking a question, a distinctive question, where the government getting that money from? Where the government getting that money from? He know that it have nothing there because they didn't leave anything there. That's the reason why he can be vociferous and say, hey, what? Where the government getting that money? Because he know it have no money there. How you go pay for it? All you have no money. Because you know why? We spend out all the money. Because remember when Kamala demit office in 2015, they say Kamala raped the treasury. Yeah? Kamala and she banned her hooligans. Right? They raped the treasury. Yeah? They killed the country. They put the country in debts. They say that? Well, take it in your pipe and smoke it now because all you do it because the country has no money. You say that. Colum Imbot. I didn't say that. Rashid Karim didn't say that. Colum Imbot said where they get any money from. He know that they don't have any money because he's speaking from the past. So take it in your pipe and smoke it now because, my friends, Trinidad and Tobago, we have to understand. We have to understand things and not going our way simply because we are allowing it. If you want change to come, be the change you want. You want change to come, be the change you want, and that is what we are talking about on this program, Hard Facts, that is aired on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. This is no propaganda station where we run a million ad and we charge exorbitant fee. No. We talking real thing. We talking how we can save our country and how we can save our people. That is what we talking about here. A lot of things happening. And not because you find something bad happening, you allow it to happen because you didn't do it. Right? So it doesn't make sense I prevent it or I stop it. You have to stop it. You have to change the course of our country. If our country is going to hit rock bottom, we have to change it collectively. We have to join with the Honorable Kamal Prasad Bisasa. We have to join with the government of the day, because the government have 5 years. Look at the plan Jolene John planning there. The Honorable Kamal Prasad Bisasa is planning to repurpose the Carrera prison. Bitam there, where the residents in Bitam are. What they're trying to do, they're trying to establish, you know, a industrial estate. All those things could bring benefit to the country. It could bring benefit to the people. But again, we have to work together as a unit. One can pull so and one can pull so and expect to have stability. That is the reason why Imam Rashid Karim is here with you all Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and we are discussing relevant issues that could develop, that could sustain, and that could help our country. So as I recap our program here today, we talk about the prison system. We have to do something. The government, the persons who are in charge of that, and I know my friend there, my friend Roger Alexander, Minister in the Ministry of Homeland Security, that has been given to him as a segment of the governmental strategies. We have to do something about that. If you're sending prisoners in prison, what is the purpose of prisoner giving a person a sentence? What? To punish him alone? You tell me if that really makes sense. You send a prisoner to punish him because he beat somebody, he raped somebody, he did that the next, right? You send him in jail. Now he go inside there and he remain for 6 years, 5 years, 10 years. Right? And you know how they count them days, right? They count them days, day and night as a day and night, right? So that's 2 days. So the point I'm making here is, if you do not put or implement something that could change the mindset up here, you wouldn't get change here. You have to devise, the government of the day have to devise strategies. They have to have plans. They have to implement programs whereby, and they have to monitor it. This don't take a chunk of money and say, oh, this organization take 5 million. You take 5 million. You take 5 million. You know how people, when they see million, the dollar sign is flash in front of their eyes. And you know what happens? They look to see how much they could take and put it in their pockets. You have to monetize, number one, right? And you have to be able to really and truly understand where all your monies are being spent. Mobilize and ensure that whatever plans that you are put in place, and that has to be done, and it has to be done via a private or many private entities, whether it be religious organizations, whether it be sporting groups, and so many different entities in our country. We have to unify and we have to come together, because I tell you something, to spend $312, right, to house a prisoner in this country, it is overbearing on the shoulders of any hard-working citizens in our country. Knowing for a fact that a normal hard-working citizen don't get that kind of money as salary doing an honest day's work. All right, so my friends, those of you who are locked on, I thank you all very, very much. I ask God Almighty to bless you all, to keep you all safe, to protect you from harm's way, and to unite our hearts as one. And let us work together with whatever governmental agencies that we can get our hands or we can get close to, that is implementing services where we can go and volunteer sometime. I'm willing to do that when it comes to penal system, when it comes to protective services, when it comes to the security of our country. I am willing to be part and parcel of any team. I'm willing to give my service. So again, those of you who are locked on, this is your program, Hardfacts. I'm your host, Imam Rashid Karim, and I want to thank you all very, very much for being part of our program today and our show today. And I ask you all to do me one favor, share this video and let others know that here what? You all have a voice. May God Almighty bless you all and keep you all safe until Saturday.